Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? The date is 13 July 2018. Time right now is 3:12 in the morning. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. Everyone's sleeping except me. It's 3 o'clock in the night. Whatever. Okay. I wanted to address this particular topic, which it was sent to me as an email, okay, one of my fans, followers or whatever. And then what I did is I compiled a couple of them together. And these are actual incidents, true incidents that have happened, okay? This particular one was sent to me by a girl. Apparently, the guy who she wanted to get married to, decided not to get married to her. He's around 20 years elder to her or something. And you know, they had cyber sex, and she showed her naked body, and they were doing all this crazy stuff. And apparently, after all that, she didn't give me all the details. They met and they had their fun and whatever. He decided not to get married to her, and because he decided not to get married to her, she decided that she was going to put claims, false claims, that he was a pedophile. In fact, it's a good thing she got in touch with him, because she was planning to send emails to all his friends and even his workplace and everywhere else, stating that he was a pedophile. Now, that is incident number one. Incident number two is, once again, love relationship, the guy with the girl. They decided to break up because she dumped him in a very bad way, and he had her naked pictures and videos of them having sex, and which he had a large number of them. And he decided he was going to put this on social media or send it to all his friends or whatever and destroy her reputation. And the third example, this is also a real one. The guy was working for his ex-boss. He decided to leak company secrets and sell it off to competitors and do that stuff as revenge. Now, these three are real-life incidents that actually happened, and people contacted me asking me, it's a good thing they asked me, why I want to take revenge. I want to get my pound of flesh. Now, I'm giving you my perspective. I'm 41 years old. Okay, I'm 41. I've done a lot of mistakes in life. I've had moments where I used to lose my temper, lose my cool. I was very impulsive, still am, but those days it's much more. And because I used to take steroids and go to the gym, I was really big. I can tell you easily, I was 3 times or 4 times bigger than this. Really strong, very strong. So, you know, I used to feel the end of the world, anything. However, when you take revenge because you're hurt, it can sometimes be the biggest mistake you can ever do. Because when you're emotionally charged, you'd want to take revenge. Yes, you would want to take revenge to extract your pound of flesh. And you would want to destroy the person and make the person cry and hurt the person. But taking revenge, trust me when I say this, taking revenge that way will only hurt and harm you. I explained to this girl that if she would brand this guy falsely as a pedophile, he would be jailed, he would be destroyed, he would lose his job, he would lose his career, he would lose that marriage, he would lose his everything. Maybe he would end up getting mad that he would, you know, come to her house, pour acid on her face, or murder her. I told her that he can actually do that, because you are destroying him, he would want to destroy. Do you want to take it to that level? And she was like, oh, no, you know, I wouldn't want that. I told her that, okay, fine, let's say you took your revenge. Now he's hurt. What if he decides he'll throw acid on your face, or he will just, you know, chop your hands off or do something like that? Then what do you do? Take a knife and slash your face. What do you do? Then he'll be jailed for life and you'll be scarred for life. So does that end well? She's like, no. And do you think, what if he does it? She's like, oh fuck, you know. And with regards to this guy who wanted to publish the sex videos, I told him that you'll be jailed for life. You'll be jailed for life, man. He didn't necessarily want to agree with me, but I hope he didn't do it because he never got in touch with me after that. But I hope he didn't do it because I told him, you will be jailed for life. That girl, maybe people will laugh at her, make fun of her, reputation will be destroyed. Maybe she'll kill herself, okay? Or she'll continue with her life, but you'll be finished. What's the point? Now, this guy wanted to sell corporate secrets. Well, guess what? He didn't listen even though I told him. He's behind bars. He has to pay the company millions in damages, and he's not that rich. In fact, let me give you my own example. I tried to take revenge against a very powerful guy, very rich guy, because those days I had my ego right up my ass, you know. The guy, he was very well connected, very powerful. He bought the underworld, the top guys, and I'll tell you, I really experienced fear like never before. And that's why I realized, don't fuck with the wrong guys, you know. Don't fuck with the wrong guys, because they told me, we will chop each and every finger, slice bit by bit. And I knew for a fact that they were serious. They said, we'll keep you alive for the rest of your life and we will torture you. So, you know. So what I'm trying to tell you is, revenge is not the answer. Revenge is not the answer. There are people who have thrown acid on other people's face or disfigured or killed or hit them with a car in road rage. They're jailed for life. Or they have a permanent record on their reputation. It's not worth it. I'll tell you, it may seem like a very good idea at the time. It may seem like a release. But trust me, nobody is the winner in this. In the end, you destroy one person's life, you'll destroy. Yes, there are times when you feel, I don't fucking care, I'll destroy your life, I'll destroy my care. But once after your anger cools down, once after emotions cool down, when you're sitting in that jail, behind the bars, no internet, nothing, for 5 years, 10 years, you just sit and think like, fuck, was this worth it? 20 years behind bars, 10 years. You know, if you watch this movie, Shawshank Redemption, that the character played by Morgan Freeman, he's in prison for, I think, 20 years or 30 years. You know, he says, what would you tell that man if you meet him? You say, I would sit down with the man, I would, you know, have a talk with him and tell him, like, you know, you're going to regret this, man, for the rest of your life. So it's a very powerful moment. I would highly recommend you watch Shawshank Redemption. So please keep in mind that, you know, like when I look back at Roy Machedo when he was in his 20s, most of the things that he did, like bodyguard, revenge and this and that. Today when I look at it, shit, you know, I'm embarrassed. I named and shamed one of my ex-girlfriends on Facebook. That's the worst that I did. I just badmouthed her. I didn't put her name. I regret it. I really, really regret it. We are still friends. To this day, we are friends. And I really look at myself with shame because, yes, she pushed my buttons. I'll tell you that much. She pushed my buttons to the limit. She was also no saint. And that's how I took revenge, which was wrong. You know, people have forgotten about it. Everyone's forgotten about it. It was not a big kind of thing. But when I look back to it, I'm really ashamed. I had instances where I could take revenge against a girl, you know, whose face I tattooed. I could put up her sex videos or destroy her reputation. I'm glad I didn't. So there were instances. I'll tell you, as you grow older, when you look back 20 years, you begin to think like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. So if you do feel like taking revenge, my request to you is, maybe you can't have a grasp of your emotions and feelings. Maybe you will not have. But I strongly suggest you get in touch with someone more mature than you, more capable than you, someone who's really wise, so that you don't do something you regret for the rest of your life. Because revenge is never the fucking answer, mate. It's never the fucking answer. There are other ways of taking revenge. Are you focusing on yourself? You know, I had another video. I'll put the link. That is the best way to take revenge, where you focus on being better. Ignore the person. Don't think about the person. Block the person. Focus on becoming 10 times more better, 10 times more richer, 10 times more successful, and let them regret that they left you. That's the best revenge that you can take. So if you're planning to take revenge, I request you, please get in touch with someone worthwhile, someone more mature. I'm pretty sure, very sure, they will, you know, the person with maturity and wisdom will put some sense in your head. And there are different ways of taking revenge. But harming and hurting someone is not the answer. And doing something wrong or illegal is definitely not the answer. So Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo in personal branding, sharing with you his views on how to take revenge and, if you should take revenge, what you should do. So put your comments down below. I always read your comments. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, give it a thumbs down. This is Lloyd from LloydMachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo in personal branding, signing off for now. Take care.